But finding ourselves seated, and maybe you're sitting on a pillow or a couple of pillows. Maybe you've got tight hip flexors or a tight low back. It can be very helpful. That's the beauty, as always, of doing the practice in your own space is you can use props, tons of props, anything that you need to use to help your practice be successful for you today. It doesn't mean that you're always going to use that, or that you're working towards using something else, or you can even have a chair around, wherever you need to use. So we've got ourselves in our nice little simple cross-legged pose, and we are bringing ourselves to the present moment, getting our brains ready, getting our bodies ready for this practice today. Maybe you're moving a little bit from side to side, or maybe you're moving from front to back, or maybe you are enjoying being in stillness. But we're going to change, if you are moving, we're going to change our movement into a more intentional movement. So we're going to begin to take this into some torso circling, and you can be super slow with this and make those circles very big. That actually feels really good. Or it can be faster and shorter. Just again, whatever is feeling good for you today, listening to your body, remembering that this is your practice, doing what you can do or where you are challenging yourself today, where you wanting to take it. And these big, slow circles for me today are working really good. I'm actually feeling that in the glutes and hamstrings right about there, that front circle. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and switch direction. So take that rotation the other way. So rotating that opposite direction. And because my body's a little warmed up now, I want to go faster, but I'm going to intentionally go at the same pace that I did on the other side. Ooh, yeah. And as we are beginning our warm up, we're also beginning to tap into that body awareness, where we are recognizing where we are feeling things, when we are feeling them. And maybe you're having some trouble today of connecting, and that's okay. Just go with the practice. Just go with the movement. Go with the breathing. And maybe everything will catch up with you later. All right, bringing ourselves back to center and trying to sit ourselves up tall. Lengthening up through our spine, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Let's get a big sun breath here. Inhale and sweep this up. And big exhale out. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Try and involve those arms a little bit more. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's take our arms behind us. You can clasp those hands if that's going to work for you. Maybe you can't clasp your hands yet. That's okay. Again, this is just our first one. Everything's cold. We're just warming everything up. So again, listening to your body. Let's go ahead and look to the right. And then look to the left. Bring our head back to center, drop our chin to chest. And then lift our eyes to sky. Let's release those arms. Good. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Let's give ourselves a nice big front hug. So let's take our right arm over left and hug. This is an opposing stretch to that back stretch that we just did. And then let's open this up. And then our left arm over right. Big hug, big hug, big hug. Good. And then open that up. So good. Release those arms down. Inhale and sweep this up. Big sun breath. Let's take those arms behind us once again. Open that up. So good. Maybe you can clasp them this time. Still, maybe not. Again, listen to your body. It's where your body's going today. Let's look to the left. So looking over to the left side. And then look to the right. Bring that back to center. Drop our chin to chest. Oh, yeah. Felt it that time. And then our eyes to sky. Good, bring that back to neutral. Release our arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, front hug again. Let's take right over left. Nice big hug. Good. Did you hear what she just said? Open this up and take that. She said she doesn't know how to help me with the hug. Oh, goodness. Goodness. All right, open this up and release that down. Let's roll our shoulders out. And then I think that Alexa in the cat room is talking back to her. Good, and roll that forward. And then let's go ahead and roll this back. And roll that forward. And then let's shrug that up and release that down. Let's get one more shrug in here. Shrug that up and then release that down. Let's look to the right again. So look over to the right. Then bring that head center. Now drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Yeah, getting some neck warm up, neck mobility here. Bring that head center. Now look to the left. Head back to center and drop that left ear to the left shoulder. And bring that back to center. Drop our chin to chest. And then let's take our right ear to, oh yeah, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. The like, oh, center of my back. I am feeling this one. Nice half neck circles here. Sometimes it's at the base of my skull. Sometimes it's just up in my shoulders. This is like in between my shoulder blades today. Interesting. And just taking that from side to side. Again, body awareness, checking in with yourself. Where are you feeling it at? Recognizing too, maybe you aren't feeling anything. Recognize that, but there's no, don't berate yourself. Don't get frustrated if you can't. Just curiosity and keep moving and keep breathing. Drop our chin back to chest. Lift that head center, roll our shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. Good, let's get a little foot massage here. So that foot that's in front, let's start off with our toes. So this will help with that body awareness, or it will help a little bit, or just tapping in, recognizing where we might be feeling things, because all of our nerve endings right here, lower body nerve endings. So toes, ball of the foot, maybe the arch of the foot. I could spend like 5 hours on the arch of my foot. Oh my goodness gracious. It's making my eyebrows twitch today. Wow. Wow. So good. Working back towards that heel and towards the ankle and up that shin and calf. It's like one of those things where you don't realize that it's a thing until you're like, oh, that's a thing right there. Yeah. Like, and then when you focus in on it, you're like, yeah. That's a thing. Good. Oh my goodness. Let's, do we have to? Yes. Let's switch sides. Switch sides. Let's go over to the other foot. Starting at our toes, working at the ball of the foot. Arch, same on this side. Yay. At least there's dual. Both sides are feeling weird today, or feeling really sensitive in the arch. Goodness. And maybe working back towards that heel. And up that ankle, shin, and calf. And if you've got like plantar fasciitis, or you've got any tendonitis, I'm getting over a little bout, like a little flare up in the back of this foot that I've had. And it's like that, you know, when a bruise is going away and it feels really good to like, that's where it's at right now. Whereas the other day, just touching it was like, ah, but now it's like, yeah. Our bodies are amazing. All right, back to that simple cross leg, and maybe you have your awkward leg in front or the opposite leg in front now. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand down, and let's reach over to the right side. Left arm is reaching, but we're reaching over to the right side. Oh, that left glute, left hip, trying to be magnetically pulled to the floor so that you are getting a wonderful stretch through the waist, but also through that back hip, maybe that front hip flexor too. If you can really get that, if you can really use your imagination to get that glute down. Or maybe, yeah, you're really concentrating on getting that glute down. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And let's drop to the other side. Reach that over. Oh, left hand is down. Reaching through the right arm. Right glute and hip magnetically being pulled down towards the floor, or imaginary magnetically being pulled down towards the floor. Yeah. If I make up words today, it's just, yeah, I've been writing so much that I don't even know what, oh goodness. Like, is that a word? I have, yeah. Good, let's inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top, press our palms towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen up through our arms. Oh, lengthen up through that torso. That is good. Let's engage our autonomic nervous system with a few sighs. So let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Again, big deep inhale. And exhale, big sigh. And one more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Bring those arms out in front. Maybe a little stop hands. Point our fingers down. Point those fingers up. Rotate those wrists. Rotate the other way. Very nice. Opening this up and releasing that down. Good. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's take our left hand across to our right thigh, and let's take our right hand down behind us. Oh, yeah. First spinal twist. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And big exhale. Maybe you're feeling that up and down your spine. Maybe I'm feeling it in my front rib cage today. Let's inhale it deeply again. And exhale it out. Almost where, oh, I was losing my breath there. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And as we exhale, we take our right hand across. We take our left hand behind down to the floor. Spinal twist it here. Good deal. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And a big deep inhale. And exhale it out. So good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep it up. And exhale out. And if you're sitting on something, you get to go ahead and move it, because we're now going to go to the lower body. So we can move that off to the side. Let's go ahead and lean ourselves back. Ooh, that feels good on the wrist right there. And let's take those feet wide as the mat. You can go wider, you can go more narrow. Just take your feet wide, just wide. And drop that from side to side. Again, listening to your body, where your body's going to go today. But getting these windshield wipers to get some blood flow to those hips, hip flexors, to those glutes, big muscle groups down here in this low body. Yeah. And let's go ahead, keep our right leg in front, our nice zigzag, tall zigzag. So lift ourselves up tall. Let's twist it to the left first. So tall to the left. Yes. And then our big twist to the right. So let's take this big twist to the right, and maybe your hip and glute are lifting inner thigh, lifting up off the floor. That is so good. You can use your hands to go as deeply into this as you want. Maybe you want to walk your hands a little bit further. Comfortably uncomfortable, you can go there here. Just don't go to pain. We don't want to go into pain. Let's breathe it. Add that breath. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale this out. Good, let's bring this to center, hinge this forward. So you've got this nice hinge forward. Maybe you can take yourself down a little bit, down to your elbows or almost to your elbows. We're trying not to shrug our shoulders, trying to keep that back somewhat flat, but just to get an opener here. And we're gonna add in that wild thing. So let's go ahead and take our right hand behind us and let's lift our left arm up, and we're gonna go ahead and lift our pelvis up off the floor. So we've got this wonderful lengthening and stretching here. And then let's go ahead and release this down and hinge this forward. Good, bring this back to center and let's add in that breath. Let's inhale and lift this up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, forward fold. Let's do one more time on this side. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, forward fold. So good. Lean this back, both of those hands, and side to side right here. Very good. And let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front. Sit ourselves up tall, tall twist to the right. So tall spinal twist over to the right. Really, really nice posture right here. Everything's lifted. And then we get to do our big twist to the left. Oh yeah. And again, same thing that you did on that other side, using those hands as leverage to twist you into this. Let's add that breath here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. Did we twist quick for 4 on the other side? Let's twist quick for 4. Let's take it for 4 and center. I think we did. Let's 3 and center. Let's twist for 2 and center. And last one and back to center and hinges forward. If I forgot, it's okay. You can do it yourself, but your body will be okay. I forgot for the other side, but we're just hinging forward right here, and we're gonna add in that wild thing. So let's go ahead and take our arm behind us and lift our other arm up. Oh, such good lengthening right there, especially in that hip. Good, lift that up, and then let's release this down and hinge this forward. Let's add in that breath. Take that behind us, inhale and lift, and exhale, lower and hinge. Do that again. Inhale and lift. And exhale, lower and hinge. 2 more times. Take this back. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Hinge. 1 more time. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. And hinge. So good. Lean this back right here. And let's bring our legs out in front of us. Our hands are behind us. Let's go into reverse table. Pressing through our hands, heels of our feet, heels of our hands. Let's lift our pelvis up. That's such a good stretch for those biceps. And such a good strengthening move for our lower body. Actually strengthening for the whole body here. That pelvis is lifting, holding this up. This is such a good strengthening pose. Let's hold this here and breathe. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. One more time. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. Drop that pelvis down, simple cross leg. We're going to do that again. This next time, if you want, you have the option of going into a reverse plank. That makes it a little more difficult. But if that reverse table was good for you today, then stay there. All right, bringing ourselves back. And we can all start off in that reverse table. So we'll bring ourselves up. Our neck is nice and neutral. And then if you want to move on to that more challenging pose, you can go into that reverse plank. It's challenging and strengthening no matter what. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. 2 more times. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. 1 more time. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Draw that pelvis. Simple cross leg. Hinge this forward. So good. As you're hinged forward, maybe you've got a block within reaching distance. Go ahead and grab that block. Let's bring ourselves back. Take that block between those knees. We're going to take ourselves back onto our backs. Go right into some bridge work. Our feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips. We've got that block in between those knees. This helps with alignment, and it also helps with inner thigh strength because we're having to hold the block the whole time. Arms are by our sides, hands are pressed into the floor, elbows pressed into the floor. Let's inhale and lift our pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly lower that pelvis down. And maybe you want to walk your feet a little closer to your glutes. I think I do here. There we go. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, lowering this down. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, lowering this down. As we are lifting up, we are also squeezing those glutes. Inhale and lift this up. Squeeze those glutes up. And exhale, lowering this down. Imprinting that spine into the floor. Ooh, especially that low back. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale and lower this down. And inhale and lifting this up. And exhale, lowering this down. We're going to lift our next one up and hold it. Inhale, lift, and hold. So that means you can find a normal breath here while we are holding up here in this bridge. So we're holding this static bridge for strengthening purposes, for stretching purposes, but a lot for strengthening purposes and for breath work purposes. We're going to hold this for 6 breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. 3 more breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale. 2 more times. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. 1 more breath. Inhale it deeply. And this time as we exhale, we get to lower this down, imprinting spine to the floor. Keep that block between those knees. Let's lift our feet up off the floor. Hands behind our head. They could be touching your head or they don't have to be touching your head. They could be out to the side. But we're going to crunch. We're going to inhale and crunch this up and exhale, lower this down. You can keep those feet flexed. That helps keep those legs up in the air. Let's inhale and lift this up and exhale, lower this down. Inhale, crunch it up and exhale, lower this down. Inhale, crunch this up and exhale, lower this down. Good. 1 more time. Inhale and crunch this up. And exhale, lower this down. Very nice. We can release our arms to our side. We can release those feet back to the floor, but lift your pelvis back up into a bridge. So good. Right there. That opposing stretch feels good in those hip flexors and those quads. Very nice. Drop that pelvis down. Let's release that block and we're gonna go into single leg bridge. So maybe you wanna bring your legs a little tad bit closer because our knees tend to splay apart just naturally without that block there. So we've got our legs just a little bit closer, got our feet close to our glutes. Let's bring ourselves up into this nice strong bridge. Strong bridge right here. Let's center our hips. So center our weight, press through our left foot, and let's begin to lift that right foot, right leg up off of the floor. Hold this single leg bridge. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Drop that right foot back down to the floor. Find some alignment and then drop that pelvis all the way down to the floor. So get a little bit of a rest here and realign yourself. So maybe bring those legs a little closer again. And then let's inhale, lift our pelvis up. So back into that bridge, that nice aligned bridge. Center our hips again. Press into our right foot this time. And let's go ahead and lift our left foot, left leg up off of the floor. 2 breaths here in this single leg bridge. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, release that down and release that pelvis down. Now reach behind both of those knees and gently pull this in, or you can do happy babies, pose, so whatever feels best for you right here. We're gonna go into the single leg bridge work that we just did. We're gonna do that one more time on each side, just to establish that strength that we can get from that bridge. So let's go ahead and find ourselves back in that really good alignment. Maybe those feet or knees are a little bit closer than usual, and that's okay. So finding those feet close to our glutes, let's inhale and lift our pelvis up. So lifting this up, nice and strong bridge here. Center through our hips again, press through our left foot, lift our right leg up. 2 breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale. Doesn't this feel better this time? And exhale it out. Don't you feel stronger? And if you don't, that's okay. Release that foot down. So good. Drop that pelvis down. Very nice. You can relax it there for a moment. Find that good alignment again. And let's inhale and lift our pelvis back up towards the ceiling. Find this very strong bridge, super strong bridge right here. Align our hips. So square those hips out. And now we're going to press our right foot into the floor. Lift our left leg. 2 breaths here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And we can release that foot down and release that pelvis down. So good. And you can reach behind both of those knees or your thighs, pull that in, or a happy babies pose, whichever feels best for you. It's your little celebration right there after doing the single-legged bridges. Good job. Very nice. Release and release. Let's drop both of our knees over to one side, take ourselves onto our sides, and then press ourselves up, bring ourselves up. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves front and find a staff pose. So we're just going to find a staff pose, nice and smooth, nice and gently reaching up through our arms. Just a breath here. Inhale and exhale it out. Release our arms down, bring our right leg in, give that a big hug. Take our right over left and let's wrap this around. Just a breath here. Inhale and exhale it out. Let's switch direction. So twisting other way. Inhale and exhale out. Release this back to center. Lengthen legs back into staff. Reach up through this. Breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it out. Release our arms down. Bring our left leg in. Give that a nice big hug. Hug that in and take that leg over. Reach that around. Ooh, that feels good. And twist that. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Switch direction. Other side. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Very nice. Bring this back to center. Lengthen back through that. Reach up through that. Breath here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. So good. Release that down. Simple cross leg. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves forward onto all fours. Very nice. You can place that block where you want to for our sun salutations for when we get there. Our shoulders are over our wrists. Our hips are over our knees. Let's drop our belly to the floor. Take our eyes to the sky for an inhale. And let's round our spine. Take our chin to chest for an exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Such good cat and cow right here. Let's go ahead and bring our right leg up. Let's take ourselves into our first balance. Our balance pose, our bird dog. So our right leg is lifted up. Our right foot is flexed. Let's lengthen through our left arm. So maybe you aren't able to lift your arm today. That's okay. You can have your leg lifted. So go ahead and reach that. Or maybe you've got a leg injury and you're just right here with the arm today. I don't know. Listening to your body, doing what you can do in your practice today. So let's take elbow to knee 6 times right here. Let's go ahead and bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last one. Let's hold this extension. Good. Release the arm. Release the leg. Child's pose. Yes. Let's take this back. Nice child's pose. Glutes go back towards heels. They may not get back there. That's okay. That's just the goal. Glutes to heels. Very nice. Bring ourselves back up. Cat and cow. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Good. Bring that back flat and neutral. Let's take it to that balance again. So let's go ahead and lift our leg up. Lengthen through that right arm. Going to where your body will let you go and trying to do same thing on both sides of the body. Let's take elbow to knee 6 times. Let's bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. It's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last one and extend. Good. Release the arm, release the leg back into child's pose. Sit back. So good. Again, glutes go back towards heels and those arms are lengthening. Our fingers, imagining that we're trying to get them to touch the front edge of our mat. We're almost like they're trying to come out of your shoulder sockets. Let's go ahead and look at those fingers. Walk our hands over to the right. Let's take our left hand on top of our right hand and sit our left glute towards our left heel. And enjoy that stretch right there, that side stretch. Breathe it. Inhale and exhale. Woo. Walk those hands over to the other side. So walking to the left, let's take our right hand on top of our left hand. And, oh man, this side. Wow, right heel to, right glute to that right heel. See, I couldn't even say it straight because I was feeling that stretch on this side. And breathe it. Inhale and exhale. So good. Bring this back to center. And we get to go into our downward facing dog. So back to all fours, curl our toes under. Let's keep our knees bent and let's lift our tails to the sky. Oh yeah, and stretch. So good. Stretch through those arms, through that spine, through those armpits, through that chest. That belly's trying to get, this is like when the belly gets the closest to the thighs, is this stretch right here, this first spinal stretch. And then we can begin to lengthen through our legs. So begin to pedaling our feet towards the floor, stretching through our calves, through our hamstrings,
through our ankles, through those shins, through so many things, through that whole lower body. And finding some stillness here, dropping our heels down towards the floor, such a good stretch. Let's lift up on our toes, heels are high. And let's drop both of those heels over to one side. Oh, stretch. Bring that back to center and drop those heels over to the other side. Good. And bring that back up. So good. Walk our feet. 2, meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat. We don't need our blocks yet, but you want them close within reaching distance. We've got our feet close. Let's let our arms dangle. So we're in a nice ragdoll right here. Letting those arms dangle, dangle, dangle. Good, backs of the legs are stretching. Man, I'm feeling that in the back of the legs today. Good. Let's grab opposite elbow with the opposite hand, framing that head. That helps. It helps to mentally think about that upper body being very heavy, to pull yourself towards the floor so you can imagine that you're folding in half a little bit further, a little bit deeper. Good. Let's release those arms. And now, if you're using blocks, go ahead and place those hands on them for our support. Let's go ahead and inhale, flat back. Look forward, tabletop. Such a strong stretch right there. And then exhale, release. Our head has been low, so take this next one nice and slow. Inhale, tall mountain. Let's take this up. You can take that as slow as you need to so you don't get dizzy. And get a slight back bend here. Exhale it around. And don't fall over into a chair. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep that up. Tall mountain. Maybe a slight back bend here. Exhale it around to a chair. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Slight back bend here. Around into a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive this down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back. We've got a high lunge here, and you can take that block any level, or you can be using a chair or a hand on your couch, whatever you need for height here, whatever you need to help you. Let's open this up. A lunge spinal twist right here. So good, breathe it. Good, and go ahead, if you can, it's available to you, bring that arm to the inside so that maybe your shoulder goes to the inside of that knee. Good, drop our other knee. Let's uncurl that and just keep ourselves here in this low hip stretch and breathe. That back foot, let's go ahead and curl that under again and bring ourselves back up into the lunge. We can release that arm and we can take our foot back to meet our other foot into a strong top of plank here. Drop our knee again. So dropping that left knee again. Side plank. Open this up. So good. Ooh, good stretch right there along that side. Side plank right here, nice and strong. And then let's go ahead and bring this back to center, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, and then heart lifts up off of the floor. Baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe this here. Catch your breath. This is your moment of just like, okay, this is home base. Good, center our weight. Lift our right leg up. So 3-leg down dog right here. And then we're going to go ahead and bring this right leg through. You can walk that through, help that through. Grab those blocks. We didn't want to throw them too far away. I'm glad I didn't throw mine too far away. And we're going to go ahead, lift that back leg, modified warrior 3. So lifting up into a nice balance. Bring that foot forward, standing forward fold. Very nice. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive this down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our left foot is going to stay forward and our right foot's going to go back into that lunge. Right hand wherever you need it for that spinal twist, that lunge spinal twist. And let's open up to the left side. Breathing here. Let's take this arm to the inside of that leg. So good. Let's drop our knee. Drop that and let's just stay here and get a deeper stretch here. Maybe you're uncurling your toe. Maybe your toe can flatten a little or your foot can flatten to the floor. Just get into that deep hip stretch. And now we can curl that toe back under, lift that leg back up, and then we can go ahead and bring that foot back behind us so that we're on top of plank. We've got side plank here, so drop our right knee, open to side plank. Very good, so strong here, and breathe. Bring this back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward. Drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Breathe it here. It's your home base. So good. Centering our weight, let's go ahead and lift that left leg up. So 3-legged down dog, left leg is lifted. And then let's go ahead and bring our leg through. Take this into that lunge. Taking those blocks, modified warrior 3, lift that back leg up, strong right here, and then bring that foot forward to meet that other foot, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Everything we just did, we're going to do it again on both sides. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into lunge. Left hand on block. Let's spinal twist this open to the right. Now remember, we've got our shoulder going to the inside of our knee. So let's go ahead and take this down. Shoulder goes to the inside of that. Drop our back knee and we stay here in this deep, and you can uncurl that toe. We stay here in this deep hip stretch. Breathe that here. Good, curl that toe under, lift ourselves back up, and we can release that arm and take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. We've got our side plank, so drop our left knee, open this up, side plank. Breathe it here, inhale and exhale. Back to top of plank, strong top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. And breathe this here. Or sigh it out. I think a sighs in a downward facing dog is really good. Let's center our weight, lift our right leg up, 3-leg down dog. And then let's go and bring our leg through, back into that lunge. Use those blocks. Man, I'm really glad it is. I keep wanting to throw them really far away. I don't throw them really far away. Let's bring that back leg up. Warrior 3. Good. Lift that up. Nice. And bring that foot forward. Standing forward, fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, around a chair. Inhale, and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Let's keep that. Left foot forward, right foot goes back, lunge. Right hand on the block of floor. Spinal twist this open. Very good. Good breathing right here. And let's take that arm to the inside of that leg, dropping that knee, and maybe you uncurl that toe if that's available to you. Oh, hip stretch right here, that deep hip stretch. Breathe it. Roll that toe back under, lift that yourself back up, and release that arm to the outside. Take that foot back to meet the other foot. Side plank, drop our right knee again, opening up side plank. Good, and breathe. Very nice. Bring ourselves back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Center that weight. Let's lift our left leg up. 3-leg down dog. Good, let's go ahead and bring this leg forward. And help that forward. And then we've got our modified warrior 3. Let's lift that back leg up into that balance. Very good. And then bring that leg forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Bring our hands to heart. Let's go ahead and take our right leg back behind us. Keep our heel lifted. And let's bring ourselves up into a crescent pose. So back heel is lifted, nice crescent right here. From our crescent, let's open this up into proud warrior. Front knee is bent, strong legs. Good, let's drop this back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach up through that and breathe. And then back into proud warrior, warrior 2. Let's release our front knee. Tilt our hips shift our hips back. And let's open this into a triangle. And feel free to use a block here. Or hand can be on your foot, your shin, the floor. Just enjoy this nice stretch for that inner thigh, outer thigh. Both of those legs through the waist. Breathe it here. And let's bring ourselves back into that warrior 2. Very nice, breathe that. Release that front leg again. Walk our back, we can release our arms too. Walk our back foot in heel toe, so that we're making that a little bit more narrow. And we want to go ahead and turn our foot and turn our hips, square our hips forward. Let's take ourselves into this nice pyramid. We can have our hands at prayer at the low back. So a nice pyramid of bow forward right here. Because you know where we're going next. We've done our warrior 3 a couple times already, but now we're doing it without the support. So we're going to bring ourselves forward and lift that back leg up. Maybe doing it with our sun salutations helped warm you up a little bit, or maybe you want to reach down for that again. You can do that, or arms are up, or maybe your toe is lifted. Maybe you're like, I can't lift my leg up off the ground today. That's okay. Just doing what you can do, but remember what you're doing on this side so that you can do the same thing on the other side. We want the same amount of strength and balance on both sides of the body. Let's go ahead and hinge this, bring this up into single leg stack. Right there, reach up through that. And then we can release our foot right down next to the other foot. Our tall mountain pose, maybe get a slight back bend right here. Inhale, and let's exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, so good. Standing forward, fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Nice. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale it around to chair. hands to heart. And now our left leg goes back so that we are in crescent on the other side. Lift up through that. So nice crescent right here, a breath as we are in this crescent with our heel lifted. And from here, let's open this up into warrior two, proud warrior. Very nice. Front knee is bent, both legs are strong. Drop that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach through this and breathe. And then bring that back, release that front leg and tilt those hips over. And let's take this down into that triangle. Oh, so very good on this side. Breathe through this triangle. And let's bring ourselves back up, warrior two again. So bend through that front knee. Just a breath here in this warrior two. And then we can straighten through that. We can release our arms, walk our back foot in, heel toe. So we are narrowing that out. And let's take this into that pyramid. Bowing this forward. Ooh, good stretch right there on that front leg. And then from here, let's go into that balance. Balance warrior three. Lifting that up. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever you were doing on the other side, try and do the same thing over here on this side. So good. And then let's slowly hinge this up into half staff. Reaching up through that. And then release that foot down right next to that other foot. Up, tall mountain, inhale. Exhale, dive this down and over. Good, both feet back into a top of plank. Very nice, drop to our knees. Take ourselves back into a child's pose this time. In our child's pose, let's take our arms by our sides. Our palms are facing up. Our elbows are dropping open off to the side so that you are a nice little turtle. Breathe or yawn. It's the same thing. Good, let's bring those hands by those knees. Press ourselves up and grab whatever you need for final relaxation. Also grab your strap. If you're using an eye pillow, you can use an eye pillow too. I'll grab mine. And let's grab that strap. Let's take ourselves down onto our backs. Take that strap around our right foot. So let's take that strap around the right foot or belt, whatever you're using, or maybe you aren't using anything and you can hold onto your foot. So we've got that back there. We're lengthening through our left leg and let's pull, bring that right knee. Oh, give that a nice big hug into the torso. So good. And then let's press up through that heel to the ceiling. And if you're using that strap, pulling that leg towards you. So good, such a good stretch for the back of that leg. Let's keep the strap in the left hand and let's go ahead and drop that leg across the body. Deep twist here. Right arm out. Oh goodness. If it's available to you to do, maybe you can look over to the right. Maybe your neck is really tight or you're having some spinal stiffness in other parts of your back to where you can't turn your neck. That's okay. So again, listening to your body as we're slowing everything down and preparing for our relaxation. So moving into that, slowing that heart, slowing that breath. Good. Let's bring our leg to center. And pull that leg towards you. Oh, so good. And then we can release that strap and release that leg. Very nice. Let's take our strap around our other foot. So now around our left foot. Lengthen through that right leg. We can bring that left knee in, to the chest. Give that a big hug. Oh, goodness. And then press up through that heel. Pull that leg towards us. Keep our strap in our right hand. And let's drop the leg across. Oh, left arm is out. Deep twist here. And again, if it's available to you, maybe looking over to the left. Oh, goodness. And maybe you're feeling it in different places on this side than you do on the other side. I am. Wow. Breathe it here. Bring that leg back to center. Pull that towards us. Bend at the other leg and release that. Very nice. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room. Reach through our arms towards the other. If you've got that eye pillow, you can put it over those eyes. Just enjoy the darkness, the heaviness. Oh, yeah. And another yawn, maybe. Maybe I just passed you that one. Good. Lengthen through this. Let's deep inhale here. With an exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Feet are open, arms are open, slowing everything down even more. Yeah. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Relax that whole body. Sinking and settling. Still relaxing, let's bend our knees and flatten that if you can, if it works for you, flattening your back towards the floor. Just to get a nice little low back release. Over to our most comfortable side. Take ourselves onto our side for a breath or two. Press ourselves up into a seated pose that is supportive and strong for you. And sit ourselves up, taking your time, lengthening up through that spine, through the top of the head. Oh yeah. And let's inhale, sweep those arms up, bring those hands to prayer, and exhale, eyes following our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale. And again, big deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your